trying to be forward-thinking. Where last year we got sort of taken by surprise with the rapid settlement that had to occur on ExxonMobil. There was not time to plan like this. So, none of us are satisfied that where we are presently is where we want to end up at. We want to make the tax bill better. But we thought that if we could hold it at zero this year, it would give people a little bit of breathing room and would get us in the right position heading forward. I'm going to tell you, it was a considerable effort.
Okay, now back to the next issue, the state of our neighborhoods. It may be my perception, but not this past weekend, but the weekend before, where we had, very hot, warm weather, the people on the street, especially in this area of town, it's unbelievable. I've even seen at 909 North Delaware, between the old nail salon and the Tri-County Daycare Center, they're setting up shop in there in the blacktop parking lot, lawn chairs, barbecue grills, you might think it was a grass park out there. I have addressed this with Captain Grogan, and he assured me that, that's an easy fix, we can take care of that. But the thing that isn't an easy fix is the crowd of people that we have, especially on the unit block of West Washington, the corner of Spruce Street, where this Gaines lives. I got to be honest, Joycelyn, it hasn't been as bad. It seems like it's been a little bit better since they did that 244, but especially the unit block of West Washington and Spruce. Right. But it's ridiculous. And I don't know what we can do to get this under control. I know everybody has a constitutional right, but I'm thinking of, and I know it probably can't be done, but I'm going to put it out there anyway, a public curfew. 10 o'clock, everybody off the streets. In my mind, nobody needs to be on the streets past 10 o'clock. If you want to walk the Raleigh, that's fine. You want to walk the Crown Pride, that's fine. But, get your goods and head on home. We have too many people in this community that can conduct their business on their front stoops. Most of these rental units, especially in this area of town, they're not apartments. They're houses that have been turned into rental properties. They all have backyards. Why can't we get these people off the streets and in their backyards? Sitting on the front stoop, people congregating, it just causes a nuisance. It's a quality of life issue for my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Battaglia, who lived in their home, the only home they've known in America for over 40 years. Quality of life, they have to deal with this. Joycelyn, Shirley, Doc Hardy, and I'm sure I'm missing some people too, Angie Stoner, Ms. Johnson, they all know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, what about these people's rights? Is there any way we can get these people off the streets? 10 o'clock is plenty of time. It's just ridiculous. And again, maybe it's my perception, but this year so far it seems to be even worse than ever. And I would even like to invite any council member, yourself, Mayor, because I'm out there all the time, on Friday night, Saturday night, I'll take a drive-through, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. You can't even drive down the streets. There's so many people congregating there. So if you would like to take me up on that invitation, I'd be happy to come pick you up at your door, just to, get you to, maybe you have a better understanding. I know you guys are busy, and, I would just like to, to maybe have you take me up on that.
And Barry, we have a full attention that people have a right to enjoy their homes. And as you mentioned, there is improvement in some areas. In some areas, we'd like to be doing better. There are some very basic fundamental issues here. People have a right to congregate. People have a right to associate with one another. They do not have a right to be disruptive. They do not have a right to keep people up in the middle of the night. They do not have a right to block traffic. They have a responsibility to act in a reasonable fashion, so their enjoyment does not become another person's lack of enjoyment or lack of use of home. So that's what we're focusing on. The fact that there are people out and walking, there are people out and talking, and there are kids, that's part of America. That's the freedom that we all enjoy. It does not give people a right to be disruptive. So our focus is on those who are being disrespectful, those who will stand under Shirley's window at 3 o'clock in the morning with language with no single word exceeding 4 letters. That's the stuff that we're pursuing and working on. And I think in some areas we're doing better at times, in other areas we're not doing as well as we like. But I think on balance, we're trying and doing better. But everything you say, we're thinking about. And I too drive the streets and see what you see. And I may see things a little differently than you. I don't necessarily see 7 kids together on the corner as being evil. I And your neighbor watches trying too, so it's a good effort. And bear with me a second.
And I do want to say.
Hold on, bear with me. Go ahead. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, and I do want to say about the police department. I mean, I do see the police out there, they actually get out of their cars, they'll go stand on the corner of Wiley's, they'll go stand in front of Crown Fried Chicken, you know, and they'll disperse them, but, you know, as soon as they get back in the car and they roll on, you know, the crowd just congregates again. So, again, I don't think so much this is a police issue. I think it needs to be addressed here with the local government as far as ordinances. And again, I understand that there are constitutional rights for everybody, but again, like I say, it's unfortunate, but I see the police department being babysitters now. You know, they have more important things to do. They don't need to be out dispersing these crowds and taking care of these things. So I wish we could find a better way to accomplish this and meet our goals. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Anyone else? Please, come on up.
Good evening, everybody. My
Good
name is Andrew, and I live at 1101 Street.
Hello, Ann.
I'd like to commend Barry on his work cleaning up our area and Councilman Townsend. I was glad to see him out there to help. Because, I mean, it's like we're the forgotten people there.
And you're not forgotten, I promise.
Well, that's the way you seem to think, because when we talk about the sweeper, you're saying because the trash is there. We pick up our trash. We
No,
pick up it.
And that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is that there is no part of town being disproportionately overlooked with the sweeper. As soon as the sweeper gets done cleaning these sewers out, you're going to see it more
Because
frequently.
I've not been seeing it up and down Delaware
Yeah.
Street. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
The problem that we have is your street particularly is impacted because kids and even young adults have no respect and
Yes, they
decide to throw the trash on the ground. You don't
Yes,
put it
they
there
do.
and I don't put it there. But they
I don't put it there, but I pick it up. And
So-
like I said, I like to commend Hamilton and Barry and his crew for helping us. Also, I like to know, is there a rule or a law for these boys and the girls with these dogs that's walking up down the street? Now, this morning when I got up, in front of my house and on the street was a whole lot of dog mess. And I mean a whole lot of horses had ripped it into the night. I had to clean it up. I didn't want the little kids walking in and taking it to their house.
That's a very good point. I don't know our ordinance
Well, that's
directly.
the I see one lady, and Miss Tedeschi, you know who it is. She lives over on Cook Avenue. She's the only lady I see walking around with her dog with a pooper stool.
Kathy is just saying to me, she thinks our ordinance does require a person who walks the dog to clean up after them.
Well, I'm assuming that when the police here, can they take something to these people?
The answer
Get their name or phone number and tell them, warn them if they don't have it?
the answer is
And
that
and when the weather gets hot, you'll have rats and everything, and I don't want to see rats in my area.
the answer is if the police see that happening where a person lets the dog do his business and then moves on without cleaning up, the answer is our police are empowered by the ordinance to write tickets. They got to say it.
Also, aren't they supposed to have dog license?
They're all supposed to be licensed, that's correct. And that we conduct that. You can get dog license at any time. There's a rabies shot once a year. And on the leash, by the way. Supposed to be on the leash.
Some of them are on the leash, some of them aren't on the leash.
Okay.
And also, just like Moselle said, our street is being used like it's 295, from Monroe to Broad Street, and from Broad Street to Monroe.
I am listening.
Listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
They're racing, and you got a great big pothole on the intersection of Washington Street and Spruce Street. Now, the way they're going to finish that pothole, they are going in somebody's house, and I hope it's not mine.
I hope not.
And I hope it's not nobody else's.
And Chuck,
And we have a lot of issues in that area, and it's just only in this perimeter around here. And if you go out the front door, you can't help but look at it in the face. You open the door, it's like the heat in the summer and the cold in the winter. You can't even walk down Delaware Street. They're out of here, you gotta get out in the street, or either walk past all the kids and the dogs. And that's all the way up.
we're going to